Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. The opener in conference play for both of these teams. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you enter Doak Campbell Stadium, you have to walk past the statue of Bobby Bowden first. This is sacred territory in college football. The fans know it. When they get chanting and the horse gets running, you know this is one of the most special places in all of college football. Can't wait to see how the Seminoles bounce back this season here at the Doak. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Mustangs ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. So Florida State's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And here's Quintravion Wisner, the former Texas Longhorn, found the end zone a couple of times in his last game, just under 100 yards on the ground. Now they'll try the right side. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Daniels. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Mustangs. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
I mean, you talk about coming out as a defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league, so a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
To throw, it's Daniels. Snagged in the middle, it's Riles. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Seminoles are marching down the field. To the air on first down. Got his man. And he'll be smacked to the ground. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Split backs here. Out of the gun to give to the back.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that lefty out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Taken in by Smith on the right side. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is an improve, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he lobbed to lock them up close to their goal line. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Offense in a bunch formation. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Daniels. Pulls it in, it's Robinson. Got room at the 35. And he's down at the 41, that's a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And the Knowles come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Grab behind the line. It's Riles. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Now there's still a Mustang who is unable to get up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it.
Hey, take it. 692, glove check. Here we go, ready, go.
Trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. The Noles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Making side adjustments here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Spits it out to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Runs through a tackle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I don't really have the words to describe this eloquently. I just know that he's going the wrong way.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
How about the tight end using his size to his advantage? He's a massive target. Does a nice job securing the catch. And then you see his ability once he has the football in his hands.
Now the play fake. Moving away from pressure. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. First play of the period, first down here. Pulls it in, it's Cooper. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This slot receiver is a guy that defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Going over the top. Hauls it in down the sideline. Here he goes. The 20. He's at the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've already put a couple of scores up and they look to add to it on this drive. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The play action fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's going to take off and couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. And the Mustangs send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He might want another play. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. That's caught. It's Riles. And they swarm him under.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's got enough for the first down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick release by the QB. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in at the 25. And the returner goes down. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes a grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
From the gun, give on the inside. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Got it on the outside, it's Hale. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes, and when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
They go to the wide receiver screen. Could not make his way to the corner. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Punts it out of the air. Touchdown, Mustangs. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass, it's Daniels. Makes a catch. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. FSU calling its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Lets it go to the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first. Turns it on in midfield. Running free. The 20. Touchdown, Mustangs. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Northern Illinois, taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Guys, I talked to the SMU head coach coming out of the locker room. The first half was okay, even though they've got a lead. He understands the ACC season opener, conference opener, they've got to be even better in the third quarter. He said there's some things we can clean up, some positives we can build on, but their intensity has to remain strong here to start the second half.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with the big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive. They're trying to add to this lead, and with this quarterback, I do not blame them. Keep chucking the pill.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the, turning it on. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. The give on the option. And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to move them on the counter. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more?
Snags it, and he's open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, SMU!
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stops. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Got his man on the right. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
Makes the grab. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wide receiver going in motion. He leaves it with his back. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Unloads it left. With the catch, it's Riles. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw.
Snags it, and there's running room. The Noles can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Maybe some room here. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
Always great to build momentum with an early season victory. Let's take a look at what's in store coming up next week. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A run for the quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State! And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. Throwing, Hawkins. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. Now on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. So the last couple of possessions trying to put together a rally, but is it too little too late? And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Under fire. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it.
It's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now on the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Dead center perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Right down the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result,
and he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. All the way back. Touchdown,
This has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. It's a draw. Thrust that arm out. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on first down. This time he wants to throw. Complete. Plows through the defense. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. That last completion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Here's the pressure. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Yeah, and this offense has to fight.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Motion from the wideout. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. He's down immediately, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start off offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Back to pass. Looking left. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
So now it's 2nd and long. With the catch, it's Galloway. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Hawkins throws to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. The Mustangs will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Lopez.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Daniels. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Coming out on first down with the play fake. On target. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And I absolutely love what this defense is.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, going to the air. Trying to find the end zone. Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats. This is a designed run. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there's some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.